Hi, Cancer. Okay. The question that I pulled for you, Cancer, is am I headed in the right direction for love? So this is going to be a love options in love. Am I in the right relationship in love sort of reading, okay? I feel like you have 4 options in love right now, and I'm going to pull for each of these people, okay? Let me also pull for you and just kind of where you're at in general. What should I use for that? Let me use this one for that. Okay, so what we already know in this situation is you're not taking anybody old back. You're not taking back anybody who hurt you, betrayed you, lied to you. I mean, it's all full steam forward in your love life for you here. And if you have to be alone in that desert, that's what you'll do with the wind in reverse. So this is a great time for you to, I don't know, pat yourself on the back because that's a really great decision for you on your own hero's journey. Not taking anybody back from the past. So stay in that energy here. Let's talk about some of the people. Maybe you're just dating, or you have a profile, or you're kind of thinking about putting yourself back out there, but you're not quite sure. Or you're in a relationship and you're having thoughts about other people or just other people's energy coming to you because they're finding you very attractive, very alluring, very beautiful, very sexy, sensual. And even if there's someone from the past who made you very happy in particular moments, you have already decided not to romanticize the past here. So that's telling me someone's going to come up and be like, you're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. But it's like the Demi Lovato. Sorry, not sorry. Baby, I'm sorry, not sorry. You know that song? I know that what she said. I know that it hurts to see me like this. Something like that. I love it. Um, yeah, you some sort of a glow up, or someone from your past. I mean, it's beyond second thoughts. It's someone that I feel like you loved very much because with Waterfall there, it's something that you had to let go. There's a heaviness there. It's just like you saw this love kind of die and petrify and it's gone over the edge. And there's no coming back here for you. So just remind yourself that that was the correct decision. Okay? And however they feel about how gorgeous you are is not your business, and it's not your problem either, you know? So, yeah. I love that. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me see. Golden Girls. Golden Girls cards. was wondering about that, Pile. We'll talk about the good and the bad that you're kind of dealing with, you know, the negatives and the positives with the 4 or so people that you're kind of entertaining or who want you to be entertaining them, okay? Ah, okay. Oh. Okay. Oh! Wow. Ew. Ew, I need a bath. I need a shower from pile number 4. This could be like a pick a pile Cancer reading too. Let me do that. Let me do that. I'm gonna do that. That's what I'm gonna do. What? I don't like that either. In the world? I'll be putting links in the little comments down there for the whenever I get there. Ugh. And I'm gonna pull from my sex cards to see if there's a compatibility in the bedroom there too, okay? Why? Wait a minute. Why are so many of these blank? Is it like a non-factor maybe? What does that mean even? Oh, I need bigger hands here. Oh my god. With Desert there might be an adaptation to someone that you've never been with before, like in a way that it's some type of person that you've never been with before, maybe. But it's not going with the flow either, really. It's not putting up with anything either. It's not making excuses for anybody or their behavior. It's not that at all. It just might be a very different type or a very different astrological sign than maybe. But at this point, you're not being forced or asked really to make any decisions. It's just kind of like a watch and wait. Be unseen but see everything. Okay? Pile 1 is, let's see, something about something made of rubber or latex. They could be a maker or a crafter or like a designer who incorporates latex into their designs. Siamese twins. They could have a twin. Or you two could just be almost twins with how well you fall in bed together and just really get along and get each other. So if you chose pile number 1, there's really no question about whether or not he'll be compatible in bed, you will. And it'll feel okay to kind of go there. You know, you won't feel a push back necessarily, like you might with some of these other piles, because I feel like this person is fun. They're kind of childlike, even though they might be a little kinky. They're very childlike, and they don't make you feel ashamed about anything. There's no kink shaming here. You know, maybe they're into latex, maybe you are. But whatever it is, it's pure hearted, even if it's kinky, okay? Oh, this person is already in love with you if you've chosen pile number 1. So what you're trying to say is that you do love me. They already love you. They already want you. They're already like thanking their lucky stars, praying. They've said prayers of thanks for you. Even if they're acting a little hard to get, I feel like they've been taught by their mama or daddy that if you don't play a little bit hard to get, then that person's easy or you can't trust them, or it's like that's has nothing to do with how they view you. It's just the environment that they come from. That's what you do. You be a little bit prickly. You flirt. You go back and forth. You tease. It's like a little bit prickly. Like at first you're unsure if they want to, you know, fight you or kiss you, sort of thing. It's like, do you want to, you know, I don't know why I'm getting this. Do you want to play patty cake or do you want to wrestle? That sort of thing. They're very wealthy. They're abundant in love and wealth and health. They're very beautiful. They're very healthy. Okay, whether they're a guy or a girl, you know, or whatever in between. The thing is, they might be a little overconfident with their ability as an artist. It could be that you're new to a world of like debutantes. They could come from the world of wealth, status, and debutantes. But if you are not, they love everything about you. So if that's where you're from, they love that about you, and they're proud of you and who you are and where you come from. And it's no guilt or shame in any way here. And the reversal is true. If that's where they come from and you are not that thing, they love that you're grounded. They love that you're compassionate. They love that you're down to earth, independent and self-reliant. You can kind of make any space look beautiful. You can do a lot with a little. So you could be very, very resourceful, and that's something that they find very attractive. You just make them very happy. They're just very happy. It's like they get their cake and eat it too with you. You're just everything they want in a person. As far as a friend, as far as a lover. They feel like you bring out the best in them. But they might not feel confident as they see you as someone who is kind of a masterful person. But they really look up to you as an artist or as a creator or leader or visionary. Okay, so let me pull one more card on that. Is that a yes? Is that a hell yes for pile number 1? Like that's a great option for you? Oh. Yeah. I feel like they saw you before you saw them. You're trying to wrap up something what? Ooh. Oh, God. You're trying to wrap up a blue period in your life. The blue period. The kind of, if it's not the dark night of the soul, it's you processing your pain and heartbreak through your art. And this is just a clue that I'm talking to you, and that this new relationship is a symbiotic symbol from your higher self to say go. New life, new love, new you, brand new way of seeing the world, and you guys just are two peas in a pod. Like you just fall into each other like it's the most natural thing in the world. but it's not overnight. The love is immediate. The relationship is going to take is that like a couple weeks? I mean, that's kind of slow going. The energy's there before the physical connection is, maybe. Getting that song will be gone till November. Like in California, we have weed season, and it was like the biggest cash crop there, even if it was illegal. Like everyone was doing weed season, and so you'd go up and you'd harvest and you'd trim, and that song was about, hey baby, I'll see you in November when it's all done. You come back, and So what I'm getting here is like after the harvest. Right now there might be something that they're a part of like that, where they can't necessarily tell you what they're doing at work specifically, but they want to be able to. So it's just something they have to finish, get out of the way, get paid for, do the harvest, and then, it might be like November before you're in bed. Okay? But that's a yes if you can be patient, which I think you can and you should. Ooh, yeah. Oh, Ace of Wands twice. Oh, yeah. That's the one. That is the one, if you're not sure. There you go. Yeah. Pile one's a big fat hell yeah from the tarot gods here, and I think your higher power and me too. All right, so that's a yes. Pile number 1. All good things come to those who wait. Pile 2, if you chose pile 2. Oh, something found at a wedding. What in the world? Oh, okay. I think this is for somebody, someone who lives in the museum. You could work at a museum. You could be an artist. This person could be an artist. There's someone who is very, very hard to get a hold of. Okay, pile 2, this is not someone that you can just text. This is not someone that allows access to them necessarily. It could be that they have a high stress job, like a surgeon, or I don't know, like an air traffic controller. Or if they work up in the mountains, they're a scientist, they're in Antarctica or something. Or they could be in an alphabet agency, like a secret agent man kind of thing. Everything that's complicated about this has nothing to do with you, and everything to do with what this person has kind of chosen as a career or where they come from. It could be that they come from somewhere that you just cannot call. Like up in the they don't have internet, they don't have phone lines, they don't, like this person has a retreat up in the mountains where they it's getting like hibernate, or this person, fairy place, marketplace, shop till you drop in reverse. This person does not like modern society, and I feel that. I absolutely feel that. This person is a farmer's market, grow your own. They have their own estate or homestead. They have their own garden. They're very comfortable with being out of the public eye. I think they're a very uncomfortable being, surrounded by electricity and pollution. I think this person's very rare. They're very rare. Oh. But once this person loves you, once this person kind of chooses you, they'll give you their diary. They'll give you their phone. They'll give you the black credit card. They'll say, here's the black credit card. You pick out what ring you want, because I want you to be wearing on your finger for the rest of your life the exact ring that you want. The issue here is that when it's time to get together in bed, they're totally compatible here. It's just there's a physical factor where if you have Rh negative here, blood, and like I do, I have like the rarest type. You have to be careful. I mean, I don't, but you might have to be careful to make sure that you have a compatible blood type, or just, I don't know. Like at this point, all they have to do is give the woman a shot so that the Rh factor mother will accept the Rh plus father, if that makes sense. The devil can cite scripture for his purpose. From The Merchant of Venice, Shakespeare. I mean, that was kind of a comedy and kind of a tragedy. So I feel like if this person comes from the type of family where they're like, we don't do doctors, we don't do surgery, we don't do the internet, we don't do shots. You need to make sure that your person is on the same page with you. In that you're going to, of course, respect nature. But sometimes nature it needs a little adjusting. It needs a little adjusting. And that's where modern science can meet y'all halfway. 8S8. Repetitive patterns generate shadow. So it could be so old school, like it's like a Hasidish, Hasidish, I don't know what that, Hasidish something. 8, repetitive, but the repetitive pattern generates shadow. So the shadow here, the devil is in the details in following the old way. So the old way might be, you have the child at home in a cave and then, ew. Okay, I'm sorry, I don't want to go there, but, and you have that cutting ceremony, the thing or whatever, but that's like, no. You don't agree with that or something. I don't know. It could be that simple as that you don't agree with circumcision and you think that it's cruel. So I think that the only blowback here is that person's family who's so old school that they're like, this is what we do. You are not brainwashed. And actually your person is not brainwashed either. So what you two need to worry about is that you are not like everybody else. Your children are not going to be like everybody else. And it's you and them at this wedding. Okay, so even if the culture is still living in a museum, if they have a caveman kind of family, it doesn't matter. What matters here is you standing your ground and saying, okay, we're a little rare here. We have to do things a little bit differently here. So don't have anxiety about coming together with this person who might come from a sort of old school, backwards, even very strict religious background, because they're going to choose you. They sort of see the devil in the detail there. It says the devil can cite scripture for his purpose. So this person's family might pull out the old book, whether it's the Quran or whether it's, whatever, or the Bible or whatever, because on the other side it says, wherever God erects a house of prayer, the devil always builds a chapel there. And 'twill be found upon examination, the latter has the largest congregation. So with pile number 2, it's also a yes, and it's marriage, and it's children, and it's commitment, and everything's going to be fine if you two get together and say, this is our empire that we are building here. And the opinions, and the feelings, and the traditions, whether old or new, do not apply here. It's a combination of respect and consent for nature and the laws of nature and meeting science halfway if there's an incompatibility with the Rh factor in your blood. But this is a yes here. Let me pull another thing on that. Oh, this is fun. I love this. You guys are going to be friends for the rest of your life. So what I see is they're willing to move you wherever you want to go. Where do you feel comfortable? Where do you feel like you could build a home? And if it's not a permanent thing, if they have to really readjust their entire life for you, they will do that. And if you want to be friends first, they're willing to do that too. This person's just so open, and even if they come from a very traditional background, they see you as the most beautiful, rare creature in the world, and they'll stop at nothing to make sure you're happy. I love that. Okay, that's pile 2. Very specific, very specific. Okay, pile 3 here. I pushed go, right? Oh god, okay. Never know with me. This one, oh. So for pile 3, you were immediately attracted to this person. It really did not take long at all. It was just like you moved somewhere and you met someone immediately. Or you fell out of love with someone, got a divorce, and met someone immediately. And you're feeling like, is it too fast? Is it a mistake? That's kind of what I'm getting here. It could be that you have very different opinions of what art is. So a clue would be one of you, you're at a museum together and it's like some modern something, like a Yoko Ono piece or something. And one of you is like, that is not art. And the other one is, that is absolutely art. And you might fight over what is or isn't art, or what is or isn't music. But that's as deep as the fighting and irritation goes. So I think this is very energetically compatible. Something that you might argue over is cost, is money. So if there is any adjustment that you could make, it's just to know that that's who they are. If you're like, you are so cheap, that's just who they are, and they're exactly who they need to be, in their own hero's journey. And if you want something done, you got to do it yourself. It's just that, if you want to splurge on something, they're totally fine with you doing that if you make your own money and spend your own money on that. But I feel like this is the kind of person that's going to get the fake Gucci shoes and be okay with it, and you would not, or something like that. Just, it's an accepting, because on their end, they're accepting that you're bougie, and you're accepting that they're cheap. And that's just something that you learn to love about each other. Okay, another clue is that you said, or they said, I don't like surprises. And it's really, no, these are not serious issues. So just know that pile 3, it's really not that serious. It's one of you likes surprise parties and the other one doesn't. And one of you is just like, should I throw it anyway? No. If someone tells you they don't like surprises, just go with that. Or if they come to you, do you really not like surprises? Yeah, no, I don't. It's just a minor adjustment, everything about this. Another clue could be that they have a very complicated relationship with their family, and y'all might never be close with their family because they were never close with their family. So it's not going to be an extended my big fat Greek wedding situation. It's just not. They feel very misunderstood by their family. Okay. A sexuality, compatibility here. How many planks are there? I feel like this is actually... Okay, I don't want to get into anybody's thing or anybody's kink, but we got a mate is one of a pair. So you guys are a pair. You're a pair in life, and you're a pair in bed. In living beings, a mate is the one of the opposite sex, but I mean, that's debatable, with whom another pairs for reproductive purposes. So if you're same-sex attracted, this is that you're going to first come together as sexual mates and then build your legacy together as far as a business. So you will be working together if you're not already. Okay, but it's going to start with fire in the bedroom before you realize how compatible you are with actually working together in the 3D. So that's a beautiful, exciting discovery that you're going to make after you're already kind of committed and rolling around in the hay together. If they could have a kink with wax or candles, or planking. I'm not going to go there. I'm old. I'm going to leave that there. How many planks are there? 6. 6 of hearts. This is compatibility to me, and I think this is really beautiful. So the adjustment is just kind of accepting that you're not going to have the big grand family, but you'll have the legacy all the same. Okay, so yes for compatibility. Yes for the dynasty building together. Yes for a permanence and a refinement and a joy when you kind of accept that you are who you are, and you can and they can, and I think that's really beautiful. Let me pull a couple from Thoth deck here. They're very practical, this person. So that's a clue. Oh. If you haven't come together yet, it might be that they just need to know that you're okay with them. They might come from a very wealthy background, but they don't spend. It's like, okay, yeah, we might be the wealthiest people in the country, but it's because we don't spend our money, you know? And they want to know that you're not a gold digger, or in the reversal, and that's okay. So if they've ignored you at first, but you're on each other's radar, it's because they're kind of checking and double checking that you're not there for that fortune, that you're not there just for that wealth. Because that's generational wealth. It's an abundance and a permanence with not ever having to worry about finances again. But in their intuition, they know. They know you're different, and they know they want you. So if it hasn't happened yet, it's just because they have a phobia. And how long are we talking here? Wow, this is the tail end of a very disappointing cycle with family, with love. So I feel like this person kind of feels like they've been betrayed by everyone they know and love, and I feel like they probably have, which is why they are so unwilling to be vulnerable right off the bat, even though they immediately feel that energetic pull and connection. Yeah, and it's something that they had to do on their hero's journey, because it was a cycle that their higher power was putting their foot down and saying, no, you're not going back to that. No, you don't accept that, even if they are family. This blood is not thicker than water when these people are treating you like you're something to be trampled on or used and abused. So this person is ending a very, very difficult, painful cycle. So if you can keep that in mind and know that about another, this person's kind of lost stability in every way. Yeah, they're saying goodbye to everyone they know, to everyone they know. And so they're grieving that. They're grieving that old life. And if you can be very patient with them about that, they would really appreciate it. Yeah, they could, if they could tell you anything, it's that they see you and they think you're so beautiful and fascinating, and they already like you, and they already know. But it's going against nature almost itself right now for them to move fast or to let themselves be vulnerable. So if you can allow them to just keep their head above water in their day-to-day life as they move on from these abusive people or environments or cycles, that's what they ask of you, and that's all they ask of you. And then you have all of their heart and all of their love for the rest of your life, okay? Card 8 out of 60. 8, 6. So they could be a fire sign. They could be a Leo. And normally they would be as fast moving as you are. I think you're kind of dynamic and you're zooming here and there and everything like that. But at this point, they are just trying to keep their head above water as they close out all these cycles, but they only have eyes for you. Like even crisscrossed eagle eyes only on you, but it's got to come slow. So it might be another, or it's just literally telling you that, yeah, ooh, they're getting it from every which way. When it rains, it pours, and this person is being poured on right now. So keep your hopes up for an actual literal person-on-person connection in Leo season or the beginning of August. And it's a yes. Okay. And this last pile, oh my Lord, God help them, this person. A place to hide money. Seven of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. So this person is in an illegal business. They launder money. This person launders money. And that's a problem. That's a problem. Another problem that I see here is they expect you to settle for second best. They re-gift. Like they steal someone's flowers off a graveyard and give it to you on Valentine's Day, sort of thing. It's all breadcrumbs, it's all promises and no follow through. In their head, they're very smart and they read all the books, but in reality, they can't even listen to a full book on tape. Like, you know? I'm getting white power here. That's pretty disgusting. So they might be a Nazi. They might be born in February 6th specifically. They could be like they collect snakes and think they're super tough or something when really that snake would probably eat them if it could get out of that cage. You know, it's something against nature that they do and they're part of. Drop it like it's hot. Maybe they're a great dancer. Maybe you dance well together. Maybe you meet them at the club. They're obscene. They scream obscenities at people or they say something obscene to you. And this is a clue that I'm talking to you, okay? It said, and this is about your sex life. Oh, I forgot that's what we're talking. Hold on. What was that? Can I? Okay. This person gets aroused when you're sad, when you're hurt. This is sadist. They could be from London. They could like make you call them sir or daddy or something, or put some like weird fairy wings on you and then degrade you or debase you, like no, or hurt you or want to hit you. That's a clue. Well, one society may consider any representation of the sex act obscene, while another will find acts of violence indecent. Obscene words, pictures, or acts are those considered by the majority of people to be disgusting or shocking. Okay, so this is outside of what's like normally accepted as kinky or consensual in the S&M world, where it's all about consent. You know, it's what you agree to as far as karma goes. I mean, you can do whatever you want to yourself and agree to that. But this is outside of that. So it's like either they don't honor the safe word, or it's like they just like to physically come in while you're feeling weak or like vulnerable. And they like that. Ooh, yeah, this person, ooh. No, this person's on demon time. Let me get some physical attributes here so we know what we're talking about. They're very scrappy. They really love cheese. They might think that because they order really expensive cheese that they're some like big shot or something. A man is rich in proportion to the number of things he can afford to let alone. So if you're the wealthy one here, whatever side you're on, it's a big fat no. It's a leave it alone. It is the devil. they're cheesy, they're corny, they're played out, they're scrappy. They think that fighting with someone weaker than them makes them a big shot. No, they might like make you feel less beautiful than you are just because they're a sadist. They might be into lost cities and vanished civilizations, and they think everything was white people. I'm so over that. People talking about ancient civilizations and everything's white people. Like, oh my God. I don't know. Something about that. I can't with that. Bottom line here, I think we already know. They do not see your beautiful, divine presence. They see someone they can sit on. They see someone they can build an empire on. They want to step on your neck. It's no. It's a big, fat no. No, they will not make you happy. No, they will not tell you what they're up to. No, you will never know where the money comes from in their bank account. All right? I'm just going to leave it there. So that's a big, fat no for pile 4. And I'll see you for the next one.